live on our browser, and here you will find the short landing page because we have two landing page, big and short. So here we have this one. You will have this different menu which you can click and go back here, and you will have the network. You can add any network, that's all is there, and you can click on this connect wallet and you can connect. We have the hero section, and this is what we have. Let's click on this connect wallet, and I'll click on this injected MetaMask, and it's going to open the MetaMask for me. I'll select this one, connect, and you will find that I'm connected successfully. You can click here and you will find the details and the font, that's all is there. Copy, and you can copy that one. Now you can come back to the explore and you will go back to the token. You will find we don't have any data. It's absolutely empty because no one have created the token, or no token we have in the exchange. Every single thing is empty. If you come back here, go back to the pool, you will find that there is nothing in here. We have not created any pool. You can go back to the transaction history and you will find every single thing is empty. We don't have any transaction history. Just wait, let it be loading, and you will find we don't have anything. You can come back to the shop. Every single thing is empty. So click on this shop. Here we have this shop page. There you will find all the details about the shop page, and there is no transaction, no pools, nothing here. You can click here and we have no token as well. So these are the default token we are providing. No token we have. If you want to import any token, you can import that. So we're going to create a couple of token. If you come back to the liquidity, we have absolutely empty liquidity right up here. So you can come back here, you can see it's empty. If you want to create a liquidity, you can click here and you will come back to the liquidity page. You can select the token pair and you can simply select the other token pair and you can create the liquidity. So we don't have any token to create a liquidity, but we're going to do that. Let's come back to the token launch, and you can launch your token from here. And that's what we're going to do first. First, we're going to launch the token. After that, we're going to create the liquidity. If you come back to the dashboard, there you will find that every single thing is empty. We don't have any data. All the thing is empty. Swap, position, router, that's all is there. Go back to the token, swap, liquidity, pools, activity, that's all is there. Come back to the documentation. There you will find the details about the entire project, and user can simply call this function to interact with our application, to interact with our contract we have deployed. You can see the models, you can see the integration guides, that's all is there. You can go back to the SDK, that's all is there. If you come back to the network and addresses, so yeah, as we have deployed to test network, that's the network configuration you can add. You can see this is the addresses we have for our contracts for the exchange. We have the router. If you go back here in the factories, you can see this is the router and the function we have in the contract. If you go back to the factories, there you will find the factories and the models and the addresses. If you go back to the token factory, and you can go back to the decentralized pair we have and how we are performing the trade, that's all you will find. So every single thing is looking good. We can able to run the project, and we have the FAQ section where we are providing all the details. Now, first thing we have to do is to create the token. Come back here in the launch, and here we have to create the token. So let's try to create the token first. So I'll simply click on this, and let's click on this. And I'll come back to my desktop, and I have given you already a couple of images. So let's come back to the front end, and inside the public folder you have this tokens. So let's create the USDT first stable coin, because when you will deploy to other networks like Polygon, Ethereum, there you will have the addresses of the stable coin, and that's what you can simply paste here in the project. So let's call this USDC, and I can simply call this USDC, and I want to go with 1 million supply, and this much money I have to pay. And it's going to be a 6 decimal point because it's a stable coin. Let's click on this, and it's going to perform 2 transactions. First, I'm going to pay the commission. You can see we are paying. Once we're done with that, now it's going to simply create the token, and you will find that we are passing the details. Let's click on this confirm, and soon you will get the confirmation, and the token would be added to our exchange. So here we got that, and you can see we got the fail message because we made one small mistake. So we can come back here, and we have to activate the schema. You can come back here, and this is the schema we have to activate. So you can simply copy this one, and that's what you can come back here and go back to the SQL editor, and here we have to activate our database. So simply copy. That's all we got it. Now all we have to do is to simply click on this run, and click on this run this query, and you will find that it will be run success, and finally our schema is uploaded. Now we can create our token. So come back here, and I can simply give a quick reload. You will find if I go back to the, let's say, explore, go back to the token, you will find that I don't have any token at all because the token we have created, we haven't listed that one. So come back here, let's launch the token one more time. So come back to the liquid launch, and let me upload my token. So first you have to update the schema model, then you have to create any document, any data. So type it's a USDC. Got it? Now we can simply copy that one, and that's what we have to provide. We got it, it's a 6 decimal point. Let's click on this deploy token, and you will find that it's creating. We are paying the commission. Click on this confirm and click on this confirm, and just wait. Soon you will get the confirmation and our token would be created successfully. So finally our token is created and added successfully. Now I want to create another token. If you want, you can view the token or you can create another one. So let's click on this another token, and this time I have to deploy to USDC, and I'll say USDT and say USDT, and I'll go with the decimal point is going to be the 6, and let's click on this deploy token, making the call. Click on this confirm and click on this confirm, and soon you will get the confirmation and the token would be deployed successfully. So we got the token. Now if you want, you can view or you can create another one. Let's create another one. So I have this Logan, I'll call this Ethereum, but we already have the native currency. Let's call this Ethereum. I'll say ETH, or I want to go with, let's say, something like 99. It's going to be 18 decimal point. Let's click on this deploy, and here we have it. Let's click on this confirm, and let's click on this confirm, and the token is deployed successfully. Soon you will get the confirmation and it will be added. So we got the confirmation. Now I want to create one more, and this will be the blockchain coder. It would be TBC, and I have to add the image. So I already have my token image, which is this one. It's added, and I want to go with, let's say, 5 million supply. Let's click on this, and let's click on this confirm. Click on this confirm, and you will find the token is created successfully. Soon it will be deployed, and here we have it. Now you can come back to the view token details, and you can view on the Explorer. Obviously we don't have the Explorer, but it will automatically come. If you come back here, you can view the transaction as well, but we don't have that. So now what I will do, I'll come back to my dashboard. You can see the token we have created, the active score. You can see the recent transaction I have performed. If you come back to my token, you will find these are token I have created. This is the stable coin. You can simply over it up, and you can see right now we don't have any transaction in our stable coin. But when the transaction will happen, that's all is going to reflect here. If you come back to the TBC, we don't have any transaction. So this is how it will work. Now we are done with the token creation. If you come back here in the tokens, there you will find all the token we have listed in the exchange. Got it? Now what we have to do is come back here in the liquidity, because we cannot perform the swap, because first we have to create the liquidity, then user can able to perform the swap. So come back here and we can create the liquidity. So I'll simply come back here, and here we have to select the pair. So I'll first select let's select this one, USDT, and this USDC and USDT. So this is the two pair. We don't have any pool. And let's click on this continue. So first I have to define the price. So I'll go with 1, because 1 USDT is equal to 1 because it's a stable coin, and I want to give the quantity. So I'll go with 500. Perfect. So I want to deposit 500, or I can go to, let's say, 5,000 USDT and USD. You can see pool share is 100%. That's all you will find. Percentage, the fee tier you will get. So let's click on this approve. So we have to make a couple of transactions. Let's click on this confirm. Let's click on confirm. And the last one is going to be our data. We're interacting with the add liquidity model. Click on this confirm, and finally the liquidity is added. If you give a reload, you will find the liquidity added. So if you select the same pair, you will see the liquidity is added. Or you can simply come back to the liquidity model. You will find the liquidity is there. You can open it up and you can simply revoke the liquidity or increase the liquidity. That's all you can do. So let's create a couple of pools. So I'll come back here. Now I'll want to create, let's say, ETH between USDC. This is the one pool I want to create. Let's select this one. I want to supply the, let's say, find the price. So I'll want to go with, let's say, 100 token in 1 ETH. You can define that one. So this is the one I have. I want to submit, let's say, 10 and 1000 token. Perfect. Now click on this add liquidity, confirm, and we have added the liquidity. If you want to add more liquidity, you can click here and you can simply provide that one. You can also change the token. So for example, I want to go with, let's say, ETH to this. I can set the price. So I'll say, let's say, 500 token to 1 ETH. So I'll go with, let's say, 9, and I'm going to submit this much token. Click on this approve, confirm, confirm, and confirm. You got the point that how you can create the liquidity. So this is how we can add the liquidity. Now you can simply come here, and if you want to add more liquidity, you can do that. Definitely you can do that. So for example, I want to add the liquidity for, let me close this one. I'll select this stable coin, and I want to add the liquidity between my token, and click on this, and it will check there is no pool exist. I can set the price. So I want to give 10 token in one stable coin, and I want to deposit, let's say, 500 stablecoin and this much token. Click on this add liquidity, click on confirm, and the liquidity added. If you come back here, you will find that we have all the liquidity which we have added. If you want, you can increase. So from here you can control and you can add the liquidity or you can remove the liquidity. So if I want to add, I can come back here, I can select the pair, whatever the pair I want to pick, and I can simply add the liquidity which I want. It's already there. So let's perform a couple of transactions. So if you come back here, you can click here and you will find the token is there. So I can simply click on this and I will first go with the stable coin. I can give the quantity. For example, I want to give 5 USDC and this much USDT I will get because we are charging 30% fee, and you can see the slippage. That's all you will find. Or you can also control the slippage from here, but this one is standard. Now all I have to do is to simply click on this swap and the transaction is happening. Click on this confirm and the swap is completed and we have performed the transaction. In the same way, if you want to go with Ethereum, and you can simply give that, you can see we are not getting this one because this liquidity is not available. So if I go with a USDC, you will find the liquidity is available. So it's going to automatically find whether the liquidity available or not, doing all the validation. Now I'll give my 1 ETH and I will get this much stable coin. So I'll click on this swap, click on this confirm, and the swap is completed. If I come back here, if I go with, let's say I'll close this one, come back here, I'll select this and I want to give my stable coin and I want to give 3, and you can see this much the token I will get. I'll click on the swap and the transaction is happening. Click on this confirm and here we have performed the swap. If you come back here in the Explorer, go back to the token, you can see the transaction which happened. So this stable coin, the USDT, had 3 transactions. If you go back to the pools, there you will find these are the pools which has most of the transaction. If you come back here in the transaction logs, there you will find the transaction happen. If I come back here in the liquidity, there you will find this is the, if you go back in the pools, there you will find all the pools we have. So we have performed 1 transaction. If you click here, you will find the pool details. So let's click on this. It will take you to the pool details section and then you will find the graph. So just now we have made the transaction, the money value, the TVL value, the total lock in the contract, total swap is 1, and that's all the details you will find. So let's try to perform a couple of more transactions. So if I come back to the swap and I'll select the same one, let's go with, let's say 56, and this much I will get. Click on the swap and let's click on this confirm. The transaction is complete. Let's perform a couple of 1 and you will get, I'll get the 7. Let's click on this, click on confirm and got it. Now if you go back to the pool, there you will find the transaction we have performed, it's went up. So through, because it's happened in the same time. You can also check in the line wise. That's all you will find. So this is how you can able to perform the trade. If you come back here in the dashboard, there you will find the entire details about the transaction which is getting performed. Total swap, active pools, created, that's all you will find. You can see the liquidity, the pools. If you go back to my token, if you go back to this one, click here and you will see all the transaction happen. The details about the token, the images, go back to the transaction, you can see the bot is there, the transaction. If you go back to the swap model, these are the swap model for the transaction. If you go back to the liquidity, this is the liquidity. This is all the pools which you have created, the addresses, the token configuration, that's all you will find. If you come back to the activities, this is what you will get. This looks absolutely perfect. If you want, you can come back to the add pool and you can add more pool. So for example, I want to go with this and I want to go with this and I want to add more liquidity to this pool. So I want to give, let's say 45, and let's click on this. I'm adding more liquidity to my existing pool. So here I have added. Now if I go back to the liquidity, then you will find the liquidity I have added. If I want to remove the liquidity, I can do that. I can simply click on this and you can see the earning balance. I have done it. The earning we have received, that's all you can check. If you come back here, this is the dust one we have created. You will find the details about the pools. That's all is there. If I want to remove or add, I can do it. So let's come back here. Let's remove 25%. I click on this, remove liquidity, and let's click on this confirm and click on this confirm, and the liquidity is removed. In the same way, you can remove the liquidity from anyone. So if I want to go with 50% removal of the liquidity, I click on this remove and click on this confirm and click on this confirm, and the liquidity is removed. So that's how you can control the liquidity. Or if you want to add more liquidity, you can come back here, pick the pair of your choice, and you can simply add the liquidity. So for example, I would go with this one. This pool doesn't exist. I click on this confirm. I can add the initial price to, let's say 1000 token, like 100 token. I want to give 5,000. Let's click on this add liquidity, click on this confirm, and the pool is added. If you come back to the liquidity, there you will find the pools we have created just now between 2 tokens. So let's click here and you can see the liquidity we have provided and the total details you will find. If you come back to the dashboard, there you will find the pools you have created, the swap, that's all is there. So every single thing is dynamic. So this is the details from this particular account. If I switch my account to other account, you will find that every single thing is empty. So if I come back here to a harder account 2, click on this connect, and you will find that all the data is going to be reflected based on the vault you have connected. So I haven't created any token from this. If I come back to the token, you will find the details about the token, which is reflecting fine. If you go back to the pools, you can see the logs, you can see the number of transactions, the TVL value. That's all you will find. All the details you will find. If you go back to the transaction, that's all you will find. If you really want to perform the swap, you can perform it because you already have the pool. So I don't have this stable coin, so I have to go with ETH, and you will see I have this much and I want to take this too. Okay, I can give my ETH and I have the liquidity available, so I can give 2 ETH and I can click on this swap. Now click on this confirm and the swap is completed and I have bought the token. If you come back here, you can see the one transaction I have done. This is the swap I have performed, the activity score, that's all is there. This is the transaction I have bought. I can come back and I can create my own token if I want. If I want to perform other swap, I can do that. If I go with let's say USDC, I can see the balance is reflecting fine because this is what we have bought. If I want, I can go with USDC, and if I give one, okay, the liquidity is available. I can click on the swap and you will find the fund is going to reflect. Click on this confirm. Now if I select here, you will find this is there. If I come back here and if I select this one, and you can see it's going to pull out, so the liquidity is not available in this token, that's why it's empty. But if I come back here or if I pick any other token, I can simply perform the transaction. Like I can take this one, I can click on the swap, and here I have the transaction. So I hope you have understood that how you have to do the setup. Every single thing is dynamic. You can see this data, the transaction is happening. It's also reflecting the token details is there. That's all you will find about the details. You can go back to the launch, you can launch your token, you can see the balance, that's all is there. It's a really powerful project. Again, I'm telling you, if you right now you haven't created any liquidity, but you can create, you can come back here and you can select the token. I can select these 2 tokens, and right now the liquidity is available, but I can click on this continue and I can add on the existing liquidity. So I can give, let's say 24. You can see that I'm adding it. Let's click on this approve and let's click on confirm, and let's click on confirm and click on this confirm, and the pool is added. The liquidity is added, the one I have created. You can see the details. That's all you will find. You can add more or you can simply remove it. So it's a really powerful project. I hope you have understood that how you can add and build your own decentralized exchange. It's 100% custom. We are using our own contract, own exchange for finding the liquidity, pools, fetching price, comparison. That's every single thing is custom. So I hope you have understood that what are the feature and functionality we have included and how every single thing would be working in this project and how you can do the setup in your system. It's very straightforward. I have already provided you the complete resource. If you haven't taken the final source code, make sure to take it and set up in your system and fast your development, and you can launch your own decentralized exchange where user can come and they can start using your trading platform where you can buy the token, create the token, and perform all the transactions. So that's the only thing I want to cover in this video. If you have any question, any doubt, do let me in the comment section. I'll definitely try to help in that. With that, I'm ending this video. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.